What's up, everybody? It's your boy Timothy Apollo. Like, subscribe, share. Okay, so the other day I went to go and see Minions: The Rise of Gru. Okay, of course, my big grown behind took my little kids, so I'd have an excuse to go in there and watch this movie in the first place, and it didn't disappoint. You know, Minions: The Rise of Gru. It is I guess you could say it's a sequel to Minions, but a prequel to Gru, okay, to Despicable Me, okay. It's when Gru is a kid. It shows how he met the Minions. It goes through that briefly. It shows his mentor in there. Hey, the movie was okay. And I'm going to tell you guys, there was not a whole lot of action in there. But when the action came about, it came about, okay? The action was good. Now, the movie is like an hour, I think it's like an hour and 30 minutes long. It doesn't quite hit that 2-hour mark, and that's good. Adults, you'll like it. The kids will love it, okay? My son loved it. I'm gonna tell you guys, and one of the most contributing factors to this movie, and it's sad to say movies nowadays, this is a contributing factor. There was absolutely 0.0001 woke moments in there. Let me reiterate, 0.00001 woke moments. And the reason I say all the zeros on top of the one is because of a simple fact. There's this one little small moment that they sneak in there, but as sure as they sneak it in, they sneak it out, right? Like when you're when you're out somewhere and you got this buddy that runs his or her mouth and they say something by accident, you stump them on the toe and they correct it real quick. That's what they did. Your kid would not notice this very minute one woke moment in the movie. I don't want to spoil it for your hell, whatever, because you're bad. You're not even gonna notice it. There's this one moment when one of the henchmen, one of the henchmen for Gru's, his idol, his role model, one of his henchmen's quit. Okay, he's got 3 henchmen. There's a big henchman, there's a little smaller guy, and there's a guy that whatever. Anyway, there's one moment where the guy quits, and he seems to be French or something. Okay, he seems to be French. So when you hear him talk, it's kind of hard to tell whether he's French or whether it's just his, alphabet accent. Okay, but at that moment when he's talking to Gru's role model, he tells him, look, he's like, what does he tell him? He tells him, old henchmen, old bad guys of yesterday news, and he grabs the big guy's arm like this and they leave. But again, I reiterate, they do it so fast. It's so subtle to you would not pay no attention, and your kid would not pay no attention. So that's one of my best parts about this movie, that it was not woke. Okay, it's safe to go and take your kids. You can see it with the family. It's not trying to prove a point. The movie was pretty good. The climax at the end was pretty big now, okay? I'll be honest with you, it was pretty big. And that's about it for me and my review on Minions: The Rise of Gru. I'm gonna say, if I had to rate it from 1 being the worst to 10 being the best, I'd give it a 7.5. Okay, 7.5. The movie was not perfect by far. It was not perfect by far. It was a little sloppy when they was explaining, origins here and origins there and all, but it's exciting. It's, invigorating. Your kids will love it. Go see it. Minions: Rise of Gru. Okay? Apollo out.